Okay, power chord time. Now, for those that have got electric guitars, you need to switch on overdrive. This is overdrive. If you haven't got overdrive, your guitar is going to sound like this. So we need to have the facility. Most amplifiers have got it built in, so you don't have to get a pedal for it. But if it hasn't got it built in, you need to have a chat with your folks. Okay, sorry about that, parents. But the power chords, if you're looking now at the last two lines of Rage Against Everything, you'll see there it says F sharp 5, G 5, A 5. So you're going to have something that sounds like this. Now, first of all, power chords you use a lot in rock. You use it for sort of like anything from hard rock to heavy metal, and they're all called fifths. Now, there is a reason why they're called fifths. Your teacher will explain to you in the theory classes, but just to give you a bit of an overview, if you're playing your major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, for example, I hope you recognize it as the major scale. And if I count the notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I play notes 1 and 5 together, I get that sound. That's why power chords are called fifths. So the fifth, the 5, means it's the first note plus the fifth note of the major scale. Just some useful theory to come in later. Okay. Now, on the timing, pay attention to the counting. Watch for the dotted crotchet in the beginning there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Get your counting out loud. Very, very important. Listen to the backtrack. You should have as well 2 tracks, a full track and a backtrack that you're going to do your exam with. So the purpose of this over here is just to show you the guitar parts up close and personal, so you can see what we're doing, understand the names. So don't just learn things, learn what they are. So I want you to not just learn, I don't want you to learn it as, ooh, that's the introduction for the overdrive for Rage Against Everything. I want you to know that's F sharp power chord, that's G power chord, that's A power chord. So if you get to know their names and you're playing other songs or you're jamming with your mate and your mate says you're doing a C power chord to a B flat to a C, that you know what he's talking about. So get to know the names of the chords as you go along. Very, very important lesson as you're going along as well, especially for those that want to get into school band later. Okay, one more time. I want you to play through with me. We're going to do the first phrase and it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 and you'll notice that that one over there has got no rest in it. And if you compare the bottom line, which has got exactly the same phrase, you'll see there's a rest lurking at the end of the second bar. Pay attention for that rest. Okay. Now I'm going to include the next phrase, which starts off the same but doesn't have the G5. So if you look at the first group, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, G, that's group 1. Second group, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, and then the rest. So put the two together, you're going to have this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to have a quick little phrase, which I'm going to do slow motion like this. Now you'll also notice over there above the 16th notes it says PM. PM means palm mute or palm damp, but palm mute is the more common phrase. That's what's called PM. And what that means is your palm is resting on your bridge of your guitar. So my strings are slightly muffled. So you're going to have, and also notice the alternative strokes. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's going to give you speed. So very, very important up close. Palm is resting on the string. Strings are muffled. This is without it muffled. With it muffled too much. So you control it not by how hard you're pushing, but by where you're pushing. One more time. And that's what you want to hear from that. So if you put it into context, and I'll zoom out a bit there. Let's just first of all learn those notes. One more time. 4, 2 on the 4th string. 4, 3, 2, 0 on the 5th string, and you finish off with 2, 0, like that. And if you put everything together, we're going to have the following. Do it slowly through. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Nice and fast little phrase that, hey? Second time round, pause. And then notice there is a bit difference in sound. The numbers are all the same, but they're trying to catch us out. They're on different strings. Okay, watch out for that. And you also notice I said pause. That was that rest I was speaking about earlier in the video. So make sure that you got a pause in the second time. Pause. And obviously with palm damping. Okay. And that's your first page sorted out. Now, before we go further, I really would like you guys to do a video of you playing it and send it back to me. 2 reasons for that. First of all, you get used to something watching you. In other words, your cell phone's watching you, so you're more nervous and you probably might maybe make a mistake. So it's good to play and be able to record yourself because it gives you more confidence. And secondly, that's going to help you for your exam because you're going to have the teachers and myself busy watching you do this for the exam, which means you're going to be unfortunately marked. That's why it's examination. So if you can play and record yourself, it gives you that more sort of, gives you a bit of discipline, gets used to having something watch you, and you can send me the video and I can also comment on your technique. You know, are you using too much damping? Did you forget the damping? Did you accidentally leave out the rest? All silly things like that that can make an A mark turn into a B, because sometimes you can play the most amazing things but you left out a few rests by accident and you don't get your A. Guys, I know you both well. I think you both can do this. I know you both can do it. Let's go get that A for you. And looking forward to getting your videos back. On the setup, make sure I can see your fretting hand. Make sure I can see your strumming hand. You don't have to do a complete backdrop where I see your whole room. Just, I want to see the techniques. I want to see what your hands are doing. Make sure when you're doing the video, I can set, like, you got them both in clear view. Otherwise, have an awesome day further. Looking forward to getting those videos. Take care.